first thing we do with any service is start with our lint-free wipe and our LE Pro cleanser and cleanse that nail surface. Scrub that really well to get all the dirt and oil off the nail surface. Then we'll come in with our cuticle pusher and very gently lift that cuticle tissue from the nail plate. And then we can use the blade end of our pusher to pull any dead skin off the nail surface. Along those sidewalls, this will help prevent any lifting that can occur. If there's any cuticle tissue remaining on the nail plate, the product can lift off the nail surface. So we want to make sure that nail surface is really clean. Then we'll come in with our Lexi-Line file, and with a really light touch, we're just going to go ahead and use the 180 grit side of the file to create a little bit of texture on the very top surface of this nail. Pay special attention around the cuticle area and along those sidewalls. This will give your product something to adhere to as it's curing, so it'll stay in contact with the nail really well. It's just creating a little texture on the very top surface of the nail. Now you can also come in with our e-file, our zippy, and our preppy bit. We use this in a very slow speed. So 8,000 RPMs, and right now we're in the forward direction. So I'm going to keep this parallel to her nail, and I come in at a slight angle and just work up and around that cuticle area. And this helps to make sure that I get any of that cuticle tissue off the nail surface. So I'll use a really light touch and just barely touch that nail surface. Then I'm going to power it down, switch to a reverse direction, and again come up to 8,000 RPMs, and I'm going to work in the opposite direction. So this just gets all that cuticle off around the very edges of the nail. Then we'll come in with a duster brush, dust in those sidewalls, get all of the little bits of debris out of there. And then I come in with a little bit of cleanser, our LE Pro cleanser, and a clean lint-free wipe, and just really scrub that surface and make sure I get all that dust and debris off. And now we're ready for our form application. Okay, so now we're going to apply the form. I'm going to pull the oval out of the center and just hold on to that to see if I need it to close any gaps. I'm going to position the form, and I'm just going to make 2 little indentations where I want to make cuts. This will allow me to get a nice C-curve pinched into that form. I'm going to place the oval on the back of the form, keeping that sticky side out. Take my precision scissors and make a little cut where I made those indentations. So this will allow me to get a nice C-curve formed in her nail without having to do any pinching of the product. So position that under. I want to keep a nice straight line from her second knuckle out through the nail. So I'm looking at this line here. Come up over the top and hold this and watch as I secure that form to make sure that line stays straight. Then I'll secure it to the finger. And then we're ready to move ahead with our product application. So I'm going to use QDbase as our base gel application. So this will allow the JimmyGel to soak off really easily. So I scrub that in and then do a nice smooth application over the entire nail surface, making sure to cap that free edge. Okay, we're going to cure that for 1 minute in the LED dot. We're going to come in with a little natural JimmyGel and create a active length extension for her. So I'm just going to touch the brush to her natural free edge and just guide it along in both directions to create that extension. And allow that to self-level. And then we can cure for 1 minute. Now we're going to come in with a second coat of our natural JimmyGel to just strengthen that free edge extension that we're creating. We'll do a second layer here. And we'll go ahead and cure that for 1 minute. Okay, So now we're going to very carefully remove the form because we just have a very thin free edge created here, but you can see how this looks so natural when we remove that form. And now we're going to go in and build our structure with our pink JimmyGel. So now we're going to come in with our soft pink JimmyGel and create the structure. Start with a nice slip layer over the entire nail and the extension. And then to start building structure, I am going to take a little dollop of JimmyGel and start applying that right in the apex area and drag it through into the stress area. So this will start to fill in that little dip where that natural extension has been created. We'll just allow that to self-level a little bit. You can work on this from nail to nail. You can flash cure back and forth. If you work quickly enough, sometimes you can do all 4 or 5 nails at one time and then just cure them together. I'm just watching where that's moving. If I feel like we need a little more product started there, I can come in, add another little droplet, and allow that to self-level. We don't have to worry about it being perfectly smooth at this stage because we are going to continue to build structure in a second coat. So we'll go ahead and cure this for 1 minute. So we're going to go in with our soft pink JimmyGel and do a second layer and continue to build that structure to support the length we've created. So again, a nice slip layer over the entire nail surface. Then we'll come in with a dollop and lay that right through that apex and into that stress area and allow that to self-level. Okay, so we are going to go in and add a little more structure. So we have just the slightest little dip through that stress area. So I'm going to add another slip layer, really thin application over the entire nail. And then I'm just going to focus that dollop right in that stress area and allow that to self-level. Okay, we're going to go ahead and cleanse the inhibition layer from cuticle to free edge. Now we're ready to file and shape the nail. I'm going to file along the sidewalls first. Make sure I have nice straight sidewalls. It's really important to have a routine filing schedule so that your nails look consistent. So once my sidewalls are straight, I'm going to check that lower arch. Make sure that's straight. So now I want to begin to taper the shape. File this to a nice soft oval. Okay, then we're just going to come over the top and refine that top surface of the nail along the sidewall and around the cuticle area, and then up and over the apex of the nail to just blend it all together. Then we'll flip to the 180 side and smooth that surface. Now we'll brush away the dust and we'll cleanse again. And now we're ready for our super shiny. Okay, now we'll go in with a little super shiny and finish our nail. So just a nice thin application over the entire nail surface, and be sure to cap that free edge. And cure in the LED dot for 1 minute. So here we have a nice set of natural looking enhancements using natural and soft pink JimmyGel.